Hey, what's going on, guys? Victor Chambers here, back with another video. And in this video, I wanted to share with you the exact printer settings I'm using that enable me to successfully print loan packages. Now, I've already done a video on how to print and printer settings and things like that. But I wanted to make this additional video, one, because it was a long time ago, feels like, when I recorded that other video. But then I commonly get questions about how I print using a Mac computer. And a Brother printer and an HP printer. I only use Mac computers, and I have two Mac computers, and I have two printers currently that I use. My primary is my HP 428, and then my backup, which was my primary, is my Brother HLL 6200. So I wanted to walk you through the exact way I configure my printers very quickly. And if you stay to the end, I also have something that I'm going to give you for free to help you with this process of making sure you can print successfully. So if you go into your system preferences on a Mac and you go into printer settings or printers and scanners, you can see I actually have three printers. One is a regular LaserJet or OfficeJet that I've had for a while. But I have my 6200 and I have my 428. Okay, I want to point specifically to the driver settings. So for my Brother HLL 6200, this is the driver you should be using, the BR Script 3. And so, for example, I'm not going to undo any of my settings, but if you go into where you would add, my connection is through USB just because I want my connection to be reliable. I've used wireless, but like I said, I just wanted to be reliable and don't want to have to deal with internet issues and things like that. So I just connected USB. You name it, and then you shouldn't be using AirPrint, and don't use the cups driver. You should go to other, sorry, not other, but select software, and then if you've downloaded and installed the driver, you should be able to find it here, BR Script 3, actually for your printer. Here it is, BR Script 3 for the 6200. Select that, and then you would add it that way. Same thing with the HP M428. Do not use AirPrint. You should be using this generic PostScript printer driver. Okay, so generic PostScript printer driver for HP, this M428, that will allow you to print both letter and legal, assuming you have two trays on your printer, but that should work. Okay, so again, on my 428, that's the driver I'm using, PostScript printer. And then on the HLL 6200, this BR Script 3 is the driver I'm using. Again, you may have to download this BR Script 3 driver in order to get this to print. But it should and install it when you configure it, but it should work okay. Another thing with HP printers that I actually like is they come with this HP Smart software, which I'll show you quickly. It's actually loading up now. But in here, you can go in and make other adjustments to your printer settings. Like I believe it's in here where you can tell it which tray has letter and which tray has legal. I think you can do that on the printer itself as well. This is taking a while to load up, so I won't go into much detail on it. But all this stuff you should really learn and become familiar with in terms of how your printer works, so that when you have issues, you know how to troubleshoot them. So that's my 428. You go to printer settings. I think it's in advanced, if I'm not mistaken. Let me go back. I think it's in advanced settings. And then I think you can set up all the different preferences for your printer. I think some of these things that you can set on the printer itself. But then there's some that you can actually configure within here. I don't know why this isn't loading. It's a little slow for whatever reason. But get familiar with the software. If you're using an HP, that's one of the reasons why I like the HP better than the Brother, actually. But it's good to get familiar with it. So yeah, in here, copy print. Actually, I think it's in settings, default settings. I don't want to go and mess with any of this because I don't want, I have signings today and I don't want to mess up any of this stuff. But become familiar with it, play around with it, and I promise you, you'll be able to get your printer working successfully. And then, as promised, what I have created and that I am going to make available to you guys for free is this. It's a printer test. This is a mixed page size PDF that I'm going to make available to you for free. Link will be down in the description below. And basically, what it is just simply, it's not mock loan documents, but the formatting is kind of what you would find in a loan package, where you'd have, letter pages, legal pages in random order, and in random quantity. So, for example, you have, and this is only 20 pages, but you have letter, legal, letter, legal, letter, legal. So it's letter and legal pages interspersed together in random order, because that's how loan packages are for the most part. And so if you can print this document with all your printer settings correct, I think you can be reasonably confident that once you take your first signing, you'll actually be able to print your loan documents successfully. So this is just kind of a test for you to go through and test your printer, test your settings, and just kind of test how the printer runs when you actually print loan documents. I've tried to make the text come down as far as I can on these, just to kind of simulate, in certain documents or in certain pages of a loan package, the text would be very, very low down to the bottom. And sometimes, especially like on certain closing disclosures, you have to print them. I sometimes have to print them separately, and change the setting to like fit the page or fit the size, whatever it is. Actually, let's look at it, what it is right now. So I have to go fit, just to make sure that it picks up those pages, or picks up the text that's at the bottom there, on certain critical documents. But I only do that on certain documents when I absolutely have to. And so if you print out your loan package and you see, for example, that your CD has text cut off at the bottom, you probably need to reprint it and do fit, so that you can pick up that text at the bottom. But for the most part, you're always going to use actual size. And then this is going to always be selected, choose paper source by PDF page size. And as you can see here, this is 8.5 by 11. This is the legal page, 8.5 by 14, legal, 8.5 by 11, legal. So if you can print this document, I think you can be reasonably confident that you'll be able to successfully print loan packages. I've shared this PDF with a couple people and got great feedback on it, in terms of it helping them. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. Again, link is in the description below for you to download that. But I hope this is helpful, especially for you Mac users that are struggling. You shouldn't have to use any page separator software or split your PDFs in order to print them if you have two trays. So I just wanted to share exactly my printer settings and a way for you to actually test your printer settings so that you can print successfully. Again, hope this was helpful. See you guys in the next video. Peace.